Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
We're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
What up? Welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast. Got the bird back today.
Oh, it's so nice to be back.
Yeah.
I hate missing work. I feel so guilty.
You feel dirty.
I do. I feel like I'm
in the wrong place. What am I doing?
I'm not worthy of anything. I do. I feel like such a loser.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a couple things going on here. Questions still as we're sorting stuff out. But a lot of people were asking, saying, hey, heard quite a few songs over YouTube today. Has there been a change in what you can and can't play? Greg in the 772 and Jerby, go fuck yourself. Yeah, probably, what we're going to change up a little bit when it comes to YouTube. And, before we post the entire show and it had the commercials and the music in it, which is kind of a pain in the ass anyway to fast forward through if you're watching it. It's probably a lot of what we're going to be doing now is we'll be streaming the show live in the morning, and we can, apparently the way the rules are, we can do it live, but we can't keep it on there to exist in perpetuity. So.
In real time, we can keep it on.
Yeah, so you'll be able to hear everything as we do a live feed of it, and then just the bigger moments that you'll want to watch, and we'll repost that stuff and smaller bite-sized stuff. So you'll be able to hear, that kind of the music and all that stuff, but you won't be able to see any of that stuff posted online. So we'll still have to keep the beds legit because people are saying, well, if you do that, then why can't you play the beds? Well, that's why, because the beds have to work out. So, yeah, so we're trying to figure that out, get that taken care of.
Well, ultimately, it's probably going to be better if we're just uploading the good segments. And you're right, we got a lot of complaints about people that didn't want to scan through commercials and all the songs that are muted.
It's not user-friendly. It really isn't. So I think this will actually wind up being better. And, ultimately, when it's all said and done, the fact that we got to shake it up and do all these kind of different things, that, we might wind up with a better product at the end of the day. And all you really notice is that, some of those recognizable music beds we used to play, you won't hear anymore. But that's it. Yeah,
there's a bunch of new beds coming in the next week. We're just trying some few new stuff out. I really, the dirt of the day bed. Oh, man. That thing is awesomely awesome.
And we might even want a dirt of the day bed. We might start changing things up a little bit. I mean, why...
It sounds weird because you're used to it, but once you get used to the silence, that's going to be the new normal.
Right. Yeah, that's it. So it'll sound a little bit more conversational, and hopefully maybe the regular show will start changing a little bit and sound a little bit more like the podcast.
Tell you what, when there's beds underneath stuff and then me or Denny's got to go back and edit it, music beds make it a bitch to edit. So I'm all for kind of taking them on if you want to.
Yeah, so a lot of it will probably change up that style. So, maybe ultimately is, through sometimes inconvenience, there is growth.
Well, I mean, when you have no choice but to be positive, you've got to find something that's positive.
Grow, because you have no other choice.
Yes, be positive. Biatch, because you really don't have a choice.
Grow. Yeah.
But you're right, though. There's always some kind of opportunity in a situation you don't love.
Yes, growth comes through adversity.
As corny as it is, I do believe that's true.
It's true. Absolutely. We're still working through the internet stuff, trying to get all that kind of figured out, because there's a lot of stuff. I really yesterday kind of unwrapped the present that is switching companies yesterday, and I don't know why this one's so much different than when we switched companies before, but it is. And so yesterday I was unwrapping that gift for most of the day.
What was of significance that was...
Well, one was, had to find out, okay, we got, there is new internet, so I got into that. That was, one thing new. Got the new company email, had to get that fired up and going. Didn't have that happen. And I thought we were getting duplicate emails on everything until the 22nd. Apparently not. So I've missed a lot of things.
Oh.
Yeah. People are going, why isn't Kevin responding? I'm like, why? I didn't know. And then they sent out an email on the new company's email saying, hey, you should only be using this email. I'm like, well, I'm not getting that message. So how do I know to only use that email? So...
Insurance, too, is another thing we got to review.
And then that was the other thing I went through yesterday, too.
Was it awful?
It was tough.
Was it?
Yeah, it started out where I was trying to get excited. My family's been going to, we've had dentist visits and things like that. And
Right.
everything's coming back, prescriptions and whatnot. And ping, 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 everything's being denied. And I'm like, wait, why? I thought we had coverage until, the end of this week. Not the case. So I was trying to get the temporary card so that my family could exist and that, get whatever they need medication-wise. And it went like this, where you needed to have a member ID number. And so I went to the local HR person. He said, here's what you do for the member ID. It wasn't working. So I said, it's not working. And he said, well, go to the corporate HR person. So I did. And they said, yeah, if you're getting the kind of thing that you do, that your social security number is not going to work. You're going to need a member ID, but you got to get that from the company that does the insurance. I said, okay. So I called them. And I called them and they said, your local HR is going to have your member ID. I don't have that. So I let him know.
So
and he
everybody's literally pointing fingers at the next guy.
in each direction, yeah. And they were all like, nope, he's got it. And then I got back to the source. He said, I don't have it. So I'm like, so apparently there is not one of those. So, yeah, we're not going to get anything until.
Oh, there's no way this is going to be easy for me. If Kevin's struggling, Virginia, first of all, you look beautiful. Is there any way I can pay you to do my insurance for me?
Absolutely.
Can I bribe you? We were talking bribes earlier.
Absolutely.
Oh, I hate paperwork.
Once you get through, it's not bad. My biggest issue was I was trying to get the temporary cards. The other part of it, so you'll probably, the rest of it wasn't too bad. But that was just it. I had my wife who was like upset, being like, going, we got this. I'm like, okay, well, let me try to get these cards. And then I was even texting Virginia. I'm like, do you have this member ID? And she sent it to me. I'm like, because I'm talking to HR1. It tells me to go to HR2. HR2 tells me to go to here. And then they say go back to the circle. I'm like.
I sent you everything I had.
That took the whole afternoon. It wasn't enough.
That is such an
that was
annoying
terrible. Well, that was annoying because I completely wasted the entire day. And I wound up exactly at the end of the day where I started the day.
Here's what I think happened. Now, this is just me looking from the outside at what happened to you. Mm-hmm. Our insurance, at least the dental insurance, dropped us at the beginning of February.
Yeah, they didn't tell us that.
They didn't tell us they were doing that. They actually told us in the meeting that we had until February 22nd to do what we had to do.
Yep.
Don't worry, guys. You have till the 22nd to sign up for your dental and your medical. That apparently was not true because my dentist yesterday was looking for a new number for Magnolia because the old insurance expired. She said, oh, yeah, they cut you off as of the first week in February. So basically, I've gone the whole month of February, I think, with no insurance. Now, I signed up right away. So I think mine kicked in right away for the health insurance and everything. But they told you that you didn't have to.
Yes.
They said, because I heard them in the meeting, they said, you don't have to sign up to the 22nd because your old insurance will be good until then.
I think we have 6 doctor's meetings in between that time. My family decided everyone to go to the doctor.
You might be screwed.
I'm going to go to them. I'm going to flip over a desk.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like.
Why would they tell us we had till the 22nd if we didn't? Because we did not have till the 22nd with dental. My dentist was very clear about the day that they dropped us.
So what does that mean? You got to pay the full price, and then when the new insurance comes in, they just deduct it?
I don't know. I might have to pay the rate that you would have to pay if you did not have insurance.
Yeah.
Which is way more.
Oh.
Meanwhile, it came out of my check, though. I was deducted for medical and dental benefits.
I was too.
That is some
That's shady.
sketchy stuff.
That's what I'm telling them. Somebody needs to step up and pay for this because I'm like, I paid for what services I should have had. I was told I was going to have
Why
services.
would they tell us that we were good till the 22nd if we weren't? We were not good, at least with dental, till the 22nd. I can
knows?
promise you that.
Who knows? But anyway, that's what I went through yesterday.
All right. Well, that's what I got today.
I don't, like I
If you
said,
didn't
I don't
have any appointments, though, between when you got dropped and now, I think you're good.
My situation's separate in what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your signing up won't be that painful. It's only if you tried to use your insurance in this lag time that you're going to have a problem.
Yeah. Somebody said if you make enough of a fuss, sometimes you get things covered retroactively, and I will make a massive fuss. Like you guys will know because I got like thousands of dollars of bills that I'm like,
Yeah.
That hit
yeah.
right at the time.
I'm like, you can't do that. You can't take somebody's money for an insurance that they don't have and then tell them that they have it. Yeah, so everybody's like, yeah, I would fight it. I am going to clearly fight it. I hope that they'll be like, yeah, that's.
But how much time did you
That's on
spend
us
on
and
it
that's messed up.
yesterday? And then how much time will you have to spend on it fighting?
Yeah,
Like
it's
it
annoying
is a
because
giant
I
pain.
didn't get the show as ready as I wanted to today because it took about 4.5, 5 hours yesterday of time that went nowhere. And so it's like that's the kind of stuff where I'm like, I don't have time to do this shit. It's like, and that's why. With the email, I didn't deal with it because I was dealing with the trademark issue stuff. So it's like you guys have thrown a whole heaping pile of shit on top of me that I'm trying to unpack.
Hey, oh, by the way, take down your YouTube videos.
Yes, well, that's what I was saying. I'm like, I'm more worried about that kind of stuff. I'm like, I know
You're more worried about a lawsuit.
Yeah, I'm worried about that kind of stuff. So I'm going over there to try to help them. And meanwhile, my family, I don't realize it got bad teeth and everything else. So everybody's booking appointments like crazy.
Family got butter teeth.
Butter teeth, it is. It's just like
So soft, so yellow.
So soft, yes. So yeah, it's trying to figure that out. So yeah, it has definitely been a crazy to do.
It has.
Working through it anyway. So somebody said, yeah. So YouTube decided I need to have what appears to be Kevin's O face just hanging on my screen for like 5 minutes. Thanks, YouTube.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Yeah. So that's freezing on us. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever.
It was nice to see Dickie Rance come out for a second, though.
Yeah. Let me see. Somebody said, hey, talking about DNA tests earlier, since you guys were talking about DNA tests, I thought I would write in and ask for advice. It's kind of a messed up story, but bear with me. When I was a teenager, I was dating someone my age. I ended going out with and having sex with a much older man once, about 3.5 months later, and found out I was pregnant. I just assumed that my child was conceived when I went out with the older man. Well, both men were aware of the potential, but the older man took responsibility and raised the child as his. We married and had other children, but I have always wondered if our child was his or the other guy's.
Oh, my gosh.
There are some physical characteristics that make me think that he is the other guy's child, but otherwise he looks like me. Fast forward, our child is now a grown adult and wants to do a DNA test to see what his heritage is. Apparently his friends have done it, and he wants to do it too. He dropped this bomb on me recently, and I have been freaking out ever since.
Oh, boy.
His father dropped out of the picture when we divorced. Our son was a teenager at the time, so my ex has no idea that this is happening. I'm terrified that he's going to do this and find out that his father is not really his father. And I've been debating whether or not to talk to him about this or to just wait and see. I've also been debating whether or not to get a hold of the other guy and give him a heads up. I haven't done anything yet because I'm just so unsure at this point what will be best for my son. He is an adult, but he is still my child and always will be. I am just too close to this and too emotional about it to do anything because I'm afraid I'll do the wrong thing and my relationship with my son will be ruined. Ugh.
Oh,
I don't
my
like to talk about this.
This is heavy.
Yeah.
Bless your heart. What a load of crap to be going through.
Yeah. So that is kind of tough. The only thought I would have is maybe don't, I think your first thing is you want to run in all these different directions.
Don't.
First thing to do is hit the pause button, sit, relax, whatever.
If he's going to do this DNA test, he's going to do it. And,
Right.
and there's nothing that you should say or do to get in the way of that. Let him do it. And then if we've got stuff to talk about, we talk about it then.
Right.
Don't freak out until it's time to freak out.
It's his own to do. Exactly. So.
And just tell him, look, I want to be completely honest with you. If anything comes back weird and sketchy, you sit him down and you talk about it right then and there. And you be completely honest with him.
But you talk about it, you address it when you have to address it. And somebody said, look, biological or not, he's still the kid's father. And sometimes, I think we put such a precedent on that. But if you had somebody there raising you.
That is your father.
Right.
And if he was there and he stuck around through everything up to the divorce, then you focus on that.
Right. That'd be my take on it. Say, look, he is your father. I mean,
and we can still go find this other guy, too.
Biologically, there might be some things you need to know about your health and your future. But other than that, who's there and tucking you in at night and all that kind of stuff, that is your father.
Luke. Every time I hear that, I'm sorry.
Are you feeling sick again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Because you just looked weird all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't feel well. I'm okay. Let's not make it about me.
You just lost a little color in your face.
Yeah, I feel. I think I had what Kevin had.
nausea, yeah.
I'm getting really. I've been getting nauseous all throughout the show.
You kind of have dead man's face right now, a little bit, doesn't he? He kind of look like
Yeah,
he's...
Suits had to leave. He was yakking it up.
Suits is throwing up. I threw up after the boat. I threw up on Saturday after the full gorilla event in the morning.
Well, you know what's crazy about it? It's like, everybody's at first, like, the first day I felt ill on Tuesday, people going, yeah, it's 24-hour bugs going around.
This is not.
Yeah, when I was like 48, 72 hours in, I'm like, well, what is going on?
Well, I think that's why I lost my voice was from throwing up, because I'm not shocking. I'm not the most easiest of thrower-uppers. Pretty violent when I throw.
You vomit hard?
Oh, I vomit real hard. And I blew out your thorax, whatever the hell's in your throat.
Here's Lorax.
Whatever it
I
is.
think that's a Dr. Seuss book.
Thorax. I think thorax is in the throat.
Lorax is not.
I don't know what.
Yeah. So, yeah, no. We'll try to get this done so you can go home and get some sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a pussy. Sorry.
No one's saying you're a pussy. You just lost all the color in your face.
I saw it too. Yeah.
And you may need to go to the doctor. But you don't have insurance, so.
That's
I was going to say,
hilarious.
you're going to have to do 5 hours of paperwork first.
The fucking time I actually need to go to the doctor. Shit. Because you're right. I don't have insurance
You
right
don't.
now. No, I am.
You don't.
Fucked.
What does a doctor do for you if you have the flu, though?
Well, if you catch it early, you can get that Tamiflu in
It
you.
ain't early.
Well, they swab you and they'll tell you what you have. So
Well, last time you said Tamiflu, somebody freaked out. They said, never take Tamiflu. They said, 'cause
well,
it
I can tell you that in my house, Rocco got influenza B last year. And the doctor gave everybody in the family Tamiflu, including Rocco, to prevent all of us from getting it and to get Rocco better. Panda did not take it. I did. And Panda said he got the worst flu of his lifetime.
Oh,
and
wow.
I saw him. He was on death's door for 5 days. Like, I don't ever want to be that sick. So I
Yeah.
took the Tamiflu and I didn't get sick.
Boy,
Okay.
when you do get sick, I feel like this is pretty sick that I feel right now. And I know Kevin was really sick because you don't miss work for nothing. You take your health for granted. I mean,
do.
I really wanted to have a good time on Sunday. I had to drink just to even not feel so I was fucked up. I had to drink to not be fucked up. Then I got fucked up. It was doubled.
What?
Oddly, I understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Somebody said the sober me versus drunk me. Sober me hates the drunk me drunk me will order almost $20 worth of McDonald's, eat all of it, and then leave the wrapper for sober me to clean up. Nothing screams good morning like a hangover and burger wrappers. That's it. Drunk you causes quite a mess. Sober you's got to clean up.
Oh my gosh. If you're hungry and you've got a very strong buzz.
Easy for you to say. I mean, you just went majorly downhill in the past 10 minutes.
It happened so quick.
You look bad. You sound bad.
According to the chat room, I smell bad.
They can smell you?
Someone
That's tough.
Someone was giving me a hard time today about how badly I smell and how terrible I look.
Al Green, the Pizzle, talking about your pizza review, said, personally, I believe your review is void, Jaybird, if the pizza is delivered. You absolutely have to eat the pizza fresh to give a fair review. Anything else is amateur, stay cheesy.
Interesting.
Yeah, I still have to give. I'm giving the review. Here's the thing: you get one shot, as Eminem says, and if you fuck up, look, they fucked up. I'm not trying to. I'm not going to be mean or anything, but the taste does. It goes hand in hand.
Well, he's saying, like, to be fair to the pizza place, you have to get it at location and get it as soon as it like comes out of the oven. Because if you deal with delivery and all that kind of stuff, it's cooled down. It's not the same.
I totally disagree. I could argue pizza right out of the oven, you can't taste it as good. You need to let it sit.
Okay.
So
We'll take that, Al.
Yeah.
I need to agree with you.
This is a battle.
Oh yeah, people. There's a lot of pizza. I'm not calling Al this, but there's a lot of pizza dicks out there, and apparently I'm one of them.
You're there.
Let me see. Egradin Restaurante and order ceviche de Camarón.
Wow,
Eating
Kevin.
any place,
Shrimp ceviche?
that would not be good.
You roll your R's great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Wow.
Is Cameroon? What is that? Is that shrimps?
Cameroon?
Yeah.
How do you roll your R like that? Is there? Can you teach that, or is it kind of like me?
Cameroon, I think you can practice it, yeah.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
I can't do my R's. I can't roll my R's and I can't float. People have been trying to teach me to do it. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Some words you just got to practice, yeah.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah.
There's
There's like a Spanish reloj. There's some that have
that
you
is
say it in Spanish.
How do you do? Are you loosening up your tongue?
Reloj. I don't know.
I can't do it. Oh man. Say the word again.
Today might not be the day for you.
You're right.
Reloj.
What is it?
It's a reloj, is it? And that's how I say it, but it's like when you hear somebody like reloj, like it's like, oof, man, they're doing some kind of like tongue gymnastics some true Spanish speakers do.
I can't do it. Fuck, I can't whistle either.
It's a long list of
Got
all
a
these
handicapped mouth there.
things
That
you
tongue.
can't do. All my shortcomings.
He's got a disabled tongue.
Here's why I suck.
Well, you just said you look terrible, you sound terrible. I just want to keep this train
I
going.
said, loosely put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Loosely.
Oh my gosh, you do it good too. It might not be the day.
Yeah. Don't try to push yourself today. You already look so bad. It's just a struggle, obviously, for you to be here.
I looked in the mirror and it looks like I slept on my face for 7 days in a row.
Yeah, somebody apparently, even Vanessa, she said, I'm Cuban and rolling R's is not my greatest suit either.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
tough.
But that'd be tough. I couldn't imagine, like, if you were a Spanish speaker and you had a hard time rolling your R's. Yeah, because there's some stuff where I say the word 10 times over and I can't even forget about it.
You
Can't get it.
can roll your R's and you can whistle.
Yeah, I can. I'm not great at either, but I can do it.
I think you're pretty good.
Compared to him, you're awesome.
All right, take it easy. I'm already on the fucking ground for the count.
That's exactly when Virginia likes to jump in.
That's when you have to step in, Kevin. Go, he's had enough.
Yeah.
He's had enough.
I smell blood.
Yeah, I get it. No, it's like when I went to that lasagna cook-off. I was not in the mind frame to go after a very, very Virginia. Oh my God.
I'd had 3 champagnes too by that point.
She's amped up.
Oh,
yeah.
she was so amped up, and it was so peaceful. It was raining out. It was just not
Quiet.
It was quiet. Me and my dad were talking, and I walk up just talking to the nice people at Port St. Lucie, and Virginia's like, "Hey, everybody, look, Jaybird, look at his beard. He looks so old." Everyone's laughing. It's like, shit, I'm not ready for this.
It's too much.
It's too much, Kevin.
You didn't know you were walking in the Thunderdome.
No, I didn't have my fucking game face on. It's my own damn fault.
Somebody said the best thing to do is practice purring, and then you could roll your R's.
Okay.
Like a cat. Yeah, it could be like your little son. We're going to.
Okay, that'll probably help.
He goes.
That'll probably help out with my ventriloquism.
Yeah. I think that's kind of maybe what it is. I think with your mouth, it's kind of like working out with anything else. If you're trying different things, like there are certain words that I wasn't able to say in Spanish that after you practice them for a while, you're like, okay, I get it.
I am still practicing the ventriloquism, and I am getting better from that
You
first
are.
video because, yeah, there was room to improve. I'm gonna press Virginia. I'm gonna break that out at an event one day. And you're going to have 2 friends you're talking to.
We got to get you a girlfriend.
Let me see. Talking about cruises and phones. Matthew recommended, Kev, check out the ship package fee because you can use their data. It is expensive, but not $100 a pop or $100 a day, which is what my wife had been told. You can get a small internet package to use their PCs to check email. This is when you are at sea. When you're off the ship, you can use the $10 a day international package through your carrier. That's what we had when we went to Israel, was the $10 a day. But here is a warning with that from engineer Keith. He said, I just went through the annoyance in September. Whatever country you visit while cruising will have cell towers. The cruise ship you visit those countries with will also have a cell tower. So your phone will not let you know which cell tower you're on. The owner of the cell tower will certainly let your cell provider know whose cell tower it is and charge you up the wazoo. For instance, I bought an expensive $120 international calling and data plan for Europe, declined the cruise option because I decided not to use my phone on the ship. I got off the cruise ship in Croatia, used my phone there. Right next to the ship, later that day, I got a notice from AT&T saying I owed $140 for charges.
Oh.
Yeah. Turns out my phone connected to the cell tower on the ship, and their rates are murderous.
Dang.
There you go.
Did you just put old lady lotion on?
I put on hand sanitizer, but does smell like old lady.
Holy shit. Why does all of your perfume smell like that you're 90 years old?
I'm sorry. It matches the woman. What do you want from me?
Can you smell that, Kevin?
Yeah, I do. I smelled it was going down. I figured, yeah, with your nose.
I'm not at all trying to be a dick, but what the shit?
I'm not at all trying to get sick.
All right, fair
Every
enough.
single motherfucker around me is sick.
enough.
I am over here bathing in the hand sanitizer.
But do you have to smell like Betty White?
I'm sorry. My name is Virginia. They gave me a 90-year-old woman's name at birth. What do you want from me?
She's going to smell like her age. Her name.
That is some,
Fits.
isn't
Like
that
if you name a kid Bunny, they're going to be a stripper.
Isn't that some grandma smelling shit right there?
Yeah, that definitely's got a smell to it.
Oh, sorry. It's the fever talking.
Cam and Camilla in San Diego said, what about doing a naked swim instead of a naked mile? I feel like this naked mile planning hasn't yielded any results, but what would you think about a naked swim?
I think anything that's going to alter from the original plan is going to be lame, and I feel really bad that it hasn't gotten done yet. The reason why it's taken so long is it's a legal thing. I can't have my penis out with the risk of somebody seeing it and getting upset about it. So again, I ask for the plea. If anyone knows an area where I can do this at, I'd love to get it over with. But believe me, no one wants this over with more than myself.
If anybody has a 21 and over space, or we can just put a treadmill, we can just knock it out real quick.
Well, we'll invite people in, 21 and older, sign a waiver, we'll do all that stuff. But yeah, we just have to make sure it's the right spot.
I asked somebody else yesterday and got turned down again.
Really?
Yep. Remember who we were talking about asking?
No.
Turned down.
Yep.
Well, what are your thoughts with this, Kev?
Well, my thought was probably just getting a treadmill, putting it back in the performance area back there, bringing in a small crowd, getting the video part of it, and so we'd have a small select audience we give away tickets for.
There's rumors that we might not be able to do it here either.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, that's even if we can do it here. I don't know. May not be able to. And then probably if that's not the case, then it would probably be trying to find like a restaurant or something like that might close, that might not open up till later. That would have a place we could bring in and say, hey, could we just, open up your establishment just for 20 people or something like that for this in the afternoon kind of thing, and do something like that. So we'd have to maybe find a location like that. Doing it indoors on a treadmill seems to be probably a better idea.
Yeah, I mean, we're legit asking you, the people, to help us out on this one. So
yeah, so that would be my thoughts on that. Somebody throwing out some ideas on some naked beaches. There are a few.
Yeah,
all over Key Biscayne's got one.
The issue with that is they don't want cameras out there.
Mm-hmm, right, exactly. So we have had that discussion. So,
but I like it. Let's keep working on this together. Don't give up on me, damn it! Don't you give up on me.
Yeah. But yeah, we could ask to see if it's something we could do in the building here. If we had barriers up and had somebody standing and blocking out that area saying, hey, for right now, we just need 15 minutes. Don't go back there, then.
Because I do think it's lame if we don't have a bunch of people watching it.
I agree.
I think it's got to be that. If not, there's all this build up for, I hate building up and nothing.
A crowd is fun. All we got to do is just find a 21 and over place. We roll a treadmill in there. You do it. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody has a good time.
Yep.
Yes.
It's so easy.
It is really. It's not going to take long.
But yet it's been so hard.
Yeah, it's not going to take long at all.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So, anyway, appreciate the thoughts, the suggestions, the ideas. Find that spot. We'll be good. We'll see what happens. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for us. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.